All right, what's up? Oh, I thought it was done. I thought it was supposed to be done. Freaking rumbot music. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? We'll let that kind of finish up. All right, there we go. Dude, next time I'm going to pay attention, Ray, to the time. That's what I'm going to do.
It's all good, dude. We are professionals.
Yeah. Quote, professionals. But what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Dude, I even forgot to stream out or put a thing on the stream, too, as well. But we have PudgeTV joining us tonight. Usually, you guys are going to be trying to do this in the morning. But the goal of the show is to do like about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. And that way then, you guys can be on your way. You can be on your, do whatever you got to do. And that way then hopefully you guys get some nuggets out of this. Because I know for myself personally, and I don't know about both of you guys, but if I watch something that's a little bit longer than that, usually I feel like I have to really take time out of my day to watch it.
Yeah.
Same.
This is intended to be like treadmill listening.
Yes, exactly. What's up, Dashboard Nomad? Thank you very much for the happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. And dude, do me a favor. If you guys do not know who Ray is, Ray, do a quick introduction on yourself real quick.
Yo, my name's Ray, and I'm brand new to Rumble Gaming. I can't say that for much longer. It's been like a month and a half now.
Yes.
So I guess I'm not new anymore.
You're a big boy here. You're a big boy on Rumble now, dude.
A whole family of new premium creators, which I just saw. I didn't realize. Hexic, this is the first premium stream right now. That's awesome. Love that dude. So I'm newer-ish to Rumble. Been involved in content creation and streaming for a lot of years. About 20-year professional career in television broadcast, radio broadcast, live show production, pre-post live, photography, videography, all the things. And so I use all those kind of tools in my tool bag to try to chase better creators than me, like PudgeTV. That's why I'm here. So
that's true.
That's why we do it.
And dude, and honestly, like Pudge is amazing. This guy puts on so many different shows and stuff like that. Yes, we're talking about you, not anybody behind you, Pudge. Believe it or not. Yes, you, me. But
appreciate that, guys.
You're welcome, dude. And he is a real great guy. I consider him a friend around here on Rumble for sure, 100%. I mean, I've known you since just about I first started here on Rumble too, as well. But, But for those that don't know you and all the stuff that you do, give a little bit of introduction about what you do.
Yo, what up, chat? How's everybody doing today? Thank you so much, Vapin, for hosting this and inviting us on. This is the first time I've been on your show.
Yeah.
You've been on my show a couple of times, but I haven't never been on yours. So very, very excited. So I am PudgeTV here on Rumble. I am a Rumble gaming ambassador. I am the host of Mod Mondays, Church on Rumble, Back Porch Theology, GG's in the Chat, and Practical Pudge.
A whole host
as well as as well as
Mr. Bill's Corner.
Digital
good to see everybody.
100.
So as well as I do gaming Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then I get to collaborate with all of you wonderful people here on Rumble. So, I love jumping into the community. Community is number one for me. And I'm super pumped to see, people like Ray, people like Cosmic, people, like all of these phenomenal creators that have been flooding into the platform, coming in here and making it even more awesome than it is.
Dude, I love Helmet Fires. Like it's hilarious. It's like the beard energy goes from high to low setting when you look from left to right. That's freaking great.
I really believe that he set it up that way.
Look, dude, I freaking spent like an hour and a half in Helmet Fire stream like last weekend, and this dude has the most unbelievable vintage gaming stuff I've ever seen.
That's
like one of one golden Zelda NES cartridges that he had rebuilt and they play. It's incredible. I love it.
That's cool. That's fucking cool.
And so just to let everybody know a little bit about my background, my name is Tex with Vaping Gamers. Originally there was two of us. That's why there's only me now, but I kept the name. I've been doing online content creation for years. I originally started out doing like online radio and places like on Stickum and stuff like that. Published a book with Thomas Nelson. And came over here to Rumble a few years ago, and been setting up base here ever since. And I love being here, part of the community. So the goal behind the show, you guys, is for you guys to ask questions. If you guys, thank you for the follow, Dashboard.
Dashboard.
And I'll have to work on making sure to get my bot turned on before I actually stream. One of these days, I'm going to learn how to do that like a professional
streamer. I do that
streamer.
every single day.
Dude, I know. Well,
every day.
Hey, you know,
I'm like,
Tex, you
why
should reach
can't I
out to-
hear the chats popping? Oh,
Yeah.
because I'm an idiot.
yeah.
Tex, you should reach out to the guy that programmed the bot. You should talk.
I
to that
do.
guy.
I do. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to freaking
Yeah,
choose
yeah.
zero.
Yeah, he's hard to get a hold of and
That's true.
very, very
He's-
anal about his
he's,
time.
He's kind of an ass.
but
I don't know if you guys know this.
he
He's
is.
kind of an ass.
Yeah.
I had to pay him a lot of money.
Hey,
And
five,
so many pictures of my feet.
dude, $5 is $5, and onlyfeets.com.
I'm just
There
saying.
you guys go.
It is what it
I'm-
is.
But so
we'll drop them in there.
kind of the goal behind this, you guys, is basically to put together a show to talk about the different issues and topics, to also kind of go over different things that we deal with in the streaming space. From, you know, what do we use as a streamer for, like lighting, for example, or for camera. And Pudge and Ray, as you can tell, yes, have amazing cameras. I went out, I cheaped out, I got the RUM-Bot Center and the RUM-Bot kind of camera, which works great, by the way. It's like $150, really great deal for those of you guys out there that are looking for one. But we're going to be talking about stuff like that eventually, and kind of getting into the nitty gritty of what we do as streamers in this whole creation space, because there's so many different things out there. There's so many different tools you can do. There's so many different, you know, tips and tricks and all that other kind of stuff, what works and what really doesn't work. And that's kind of what I want to get into, because it's taken me, gosh, from the time I started doing this, focusing on live video content creation up until this point, to even get it to look remotely as good as I can get it. And it's like, just
Same.
okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
a miracle. Everything works every time.
Yes.
Every
me.
time. Yeah, right. Well, for you, not for me. Not for me every time. No chance. No shot, dude.
Right.
No shot.
That's true. And so, you know, one of the things that I wanted to kind of focus on this episode was why choose Rumble. Especially, you know, with everything that happened this last week. We were actually going to do this, what, like 2 weeks ago, Ray, or a week ago?
Yep.
And then, of course, you know, his sweet daughter basically turned 16. She's growing up, about ready to be out of the house. So he had a bunch of family over, all that stuff. So we decided to put off till this week. And, you know, I mean, why choose Rumble? Why? So I'll start with you, Ray. Why did you choose Rumble?
Well, I think that the thing that we also need to talk, I mean, like, let's address the elephant in the room, like at the top of this, so that we can set some baseline for what these conversations are going to be. Because, like, again, like as I'm growing in Rumble, I've only been here for about a month and a half, I think, something like that. And so, like, I'm still like a little baby bird, but I have seen a lot in that month and a half. And I think a lot of you guys that are watching the show right now, and people that have been all over social media this week, are talking about what's going on with this new ad read situation. But Pudge, you can back me up on this. This is the exact same conversation we had literally 30 days ago, because of unique chatters.
Facts.
And then in between the unique chatter like drama and now this ad read drama, there's been some little drama sprinkled out throughout of just different things, interpersonal things, the things that I think they're always going to be there. And for me, the thing that stood out to me about Rumble and what really gave me an excitement about kind of reigniting what I was doing for content creation on Rumble was because from the outside in, it looked like there was a community that would be accepting of creators like me. And when I say creators like me, I say like the 40-year-old semi-chubby white guy that the internet can never run out of. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like me, I know. See, I hide the
there's a million
chubbiness
of
with
us.
my beard right here. See,
Oh,
so that
dude,
works.
Dime a dozen.
There's, you know, so funny.
Wow, that hurts.
I sent Tex a picture to use for a logo or something like a week ago, and he was like, "Wow, you're so much thinner in that picture."
Yeah.
I was like, "Thanks for noticing, Tex.
Like,
Appreciate
wow,
that, buddy."
basically, you look like a giant fat piece of shit on stream.
Well, no,
Ray,
hey,
just
look,
so you know.
Hey, to be fair, in my defense, okay, it was the picture of his EA profile. That's all. It's like, you look so much younger.
That's what it was.
Skinny.
Yeah, it's funny. But in any case, so like from the outside looking in, I'm this guy that has been I've been on like every platform that you can think of. I've been on YouTube, I've been on Twitch, I've been on Twitter, I've been on Kick, I've been on like Mixler, I've been on like when PlayStation originally opened PS4 and you could only like internally broadcast, which honestly was like the coolest thing in the world to me. The fact that you could broadcast from a console, like period, was just mind blowing to me back then when that launched. And frankly, the kind of vibe of the content creation of the streaming community at whole amongst all those channels before I'd been exposed to Rumble had turned me off so much from it. I was just kind of done with it. It's not because I didn't feel like I could do it. I just, number one, I didn't feel like I belonged, because I feel like several of those platforms expect you to be like a 20-year-old pink-haired, bull nose ringed streamer. Like if you're picking up on what I'm saying, and like, that's just not who I am. And it's not who I'm ever going to be. It doesn't mean that I'm mean to people that are like that, but it's just like, it's not me, and that's what they're looking for. And so, or at least that's the way that it felt to me. And so I felt like there's a lot of suppression to my content, because like I'm, like the middle-aged white guy, the dad of 2 with a 16-year-old that's got, guns upstairs to protect her, like, and
That's
like,
right.
I don't feel like that's really the place like that a lot of these platforms are looking for. And so I met Lumpy in a gaming session totally by accident a couple months ago, and got exposed to Rumble. I'd obviously heard of it because of what had happened with Doc, but I didn't really know much about it, and spent some time with Tex. And the thing I told Tex was, like, don't get me wrong, like all of us as creators, like we want to make money for what we do. We want to have opportunities. We want to grow our brand. But like legitimately for me is like, I want to connect with community and I want to be a part of something. Like that is the primary focus for me. But like, let's be honest about that too, because I've seen a bunch of people this week. They're like, I don't care about the ad reads with the money, and I'm like, yes, you do, or you wouldn't be having this conversation. And like, let's grow up and be adults and say, hey, the money influences me, but it's like maybe not the reason I'm doing it, but it's also important. I honestly didn't even know that the premium program paid out. I had no idea but I wanted to be a part of it, so I started grinding really hard to become a premium creator. And then I found out, I learned things as it went, yada yada yada. But for me, why Rumble was the community, and instantly this community, despite its bumps and bruises and flaws and warts, like was the most unbelievable, amazing community of streamers I've ever been exposed to. And for like, as much as some of us cannot get along with each other holistically, like it's like a locker room. It really is like that. Like where you've got, maybe some pockets of people that are closer to each other, but for the most part, everybody wants to see each other succeed, and that we all want to see each other win. And I truly believe that this is a platform in the still respectfully the infancy of its gaming section is an opportunity for all of us to grow together.
Very
You know what I mean?
much so.
And so that was super, 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 super enticing to me. And it is the exact thing that I've experienced, and I've experienced in a way that I never would have expected.
I know,
because
I remember
me away.
Like when you and I were talking, I mean, I remember talking to Ray, and Ray's like, why should I join Rumble? Why should I do it here? I'm like, dude, there's no fam like the Rumble fam. There is something about being here on this platform with people, and Pudge can attest to it too as well. That if you're a content creator out there, maybe you're watching this. I don't know if you are or not. Hopefully you are, because that means you're coming over to the dark side to join the Rumble family. We've got cookies here. It's better here. I'm just saying.
Hey.
That there's an acceptance here that you don't get on a lot of other platforms too as well. And I think it's kind of because we've all kind of been on that side of having to watch our P's and Q's and having to, be careful being who we are and say, well, yeah, a lot of people do for weed and booze too as well. Fully, that's true. So welcome to the platform.
But to that point though, hold on, like to that point, like it's legitimate acceptance across the board. And I think that's the thing that really frustrates me on some of the other platforms. And I'm not like here to like down other platforms. Like I use every platform you want to, like put your brand out there everywhere you can. Rumble encourages multi-streaming.
That's right.
Which is amazing.
They're not like
one of the only platforms that does.
Yeah. They're not changing their terms of services like 16 months after saying you can multi-stream to be like, yeah, but if you say another name, we're going to ban you. They're not doing that. Like certain purple apps are doing right now, and people are losing their mind about.
And Dashboard Norman also says we also have morals and are just nice people. And that's true, Dashboard. That's true.
Yeah,
that's the facts.
It's actual acceptance across the board. Like all these other places say, and we want acceptance. And what that means is they want to follow the herd. Like whatever the herd mentality is, we want to accept that. And so like for guys like me who don't necessarily follow the herd, I just felt like it wasn't, my place there. And I feel like, and fingers crossed, like, but I feel like I found a home. Like I legitimately feel like if we got a place that's got longevity and it's growing like a weed right now. And I thank God for that. And like, I thank the community for that. But also Pudge, early in my career here, had me on Mod Mondays and asked me, he said, so what happens when the features go away, and what happens when the numbers aren't 300 a time, they're 20 a time? Dude, I just streamed for 6 hours on Friday, and until the end of the night was averaging like 15 or 20 viewers, and chat was great. Like, and like that's legitimately it. Like, are you making content that you would like to make? Yes or no? If you are, then keep making it, and you'll have a community of people here that will surround you. Dude, like freaking Rectonic came in the chat at like 1:30 in the morning, and we played PUBG for 45 minutes together. Like that guy's been here since like before Rumble even had a gaming section, and so like to make those connections is cool. So for me, to answer your question, it's community, and number two, it's opportunity to grow with something. So,
and how about for you, Mr. Pudge? Because I mean, here's the thing: like, I don't know if I've ever really asked you why Rumble. I mean, I know that he's Pudge. For those of you guys that don't know, he's relatively new to streaming, which is incredible. You do such a great job at having presence on camera and interacting with your chat. and really taking the time to put together like your shows in such a way that they just feel natural and fun. And so why for you did you decide that you wanted to be on Rumble?
You know, it's kind of wild. I never aspired to be on television or on stage, or anything like that. You know, you guys remember the like career evaluation tests we used to get in school where you know you'd fill out a questionnaire and it would give you a list of like 30 different careers that you would be good at. Mine were always like radio broadcaster or, you know, mayor or you know, some I know, right?
I don't know about that. No.
All of them had to do though with me speaking in front of people, me being relatable to people. I've always been that way because, you know, I learned everything I know from my dad. And so that like that presence that you guys talk about, that's inherent in me. And I realize, and I've said this before, that what your gift is by what comes easy to you that's hard for others.
Yeah.
And so it's not easy to sit in this room all by yourself, especially when there's no sound all around me. It's literally just quiet in this room other than a fan going and me talking to a camera. That's not easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
And do well, like you're actually talking to people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have had years of preparing myself to have presence in public speaking, training on how to be a public speaker. I preached in high school, so I was on stage a lot. I played guitar. I was in the choir. I sang lead. I did all kinds of things on stage. So presence
Are we
is
the same person?
It's like, very, very possible.
So similar.
It's wild, right?
It's crazy, actually.
And I've been in social media and the internet since 2010. I was managing social media profiles for political campaigns, for city projects, for my college campus, before social media was cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing photography and videography ever since college and everything too, just trying to, I never had like a career or anything in it, and I never had enough money for my own gear, so I would just, I had friends that had nice stuff that they would let me borrow their camera because I took okay pictures, and I made fun videos. That's exactly right. It's exactly right. Unless you're one of the rich kids where like, I had a camera, a digital camera when I was a kid.
No.
Anyway.
Dude, I was lucky to have a Fisher Price. That was my
facts.
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Little
that was
thing,
rich.
like,
I had Dollar Tree toys.
Yep, exactly.
So that's kind of like the context that built me up to be the individual that you guys see on screen. And in 2020, when everybody was just stuck in their house and we weren't necessarily like forced here in Georgia to stay in our home. There was no like quarantine, but a lot of places shut down and there was just not a whole lot to do all the time. So I challenged myself that year to make a video every single day for that year. And I would get up in the morning, no idea what I was going to do. Excuse me. And I would get up in the morning and I had all my gear down in the basement, and I would get in front of the camera and I would just figure out something to talk about. I would just talk. And I would do take after take. It's so hard. This is before I knew how to do it.
Yeah.
I was so uncomfortable. There would be pitter patter up above me of the dogs, or I would hear Mrs. Pudge on a work call, and it logically I knew, first of all, they're not going to judge me for making mistakes or sounding silly. Mm-hmm. If they did hear me, but at the same time, they also couldn't hear what was going on with me. It wasn't anything like what you guys see now. Like, I was actually a calm individual talking calmly to the camera. I never yelled at the camera until I met you guys.
Well, welcome to Rumble, right?
Right, exactly.
Pudges in the chat. It's our fault.
Okay.
She knows.
Okay, now here's the thing too, as well. Really, really quick.
Yeah.
Okay, whenever you guys do follow the channel, or you guys sub or dono, if you guys choose to do that, which we appreciate it, you guys will get a spin on the standalone slot machine. So since Miss Pudge followed, she gets a spin. And then
Let's
if you
go.
guys do win, then you guys get a free Nerd or Die overlay package of your choice.
Pudge is the
Hells
coolest thing in
yeah.
the world.
So yeah, so
This-
Pudge got a lot writing on this because he streams. So you ready, Miss Pudge?
This is Vaping Gamers patent pending right
That's
here.
right. Not
Oh my
rigged
gosh.
slot machine. Really fast. Sorry to cut it
Not
off.
rigged.
Get wrecked.
Oh,
And rage.
oh,
There you go.
Oh my God!
Detected.
Oh.
Buck I'm
I think that was. I think you didn't. You just did that because you don't like Mrs. Pudge.
No, it's true, dude. Hey.
We checked
But
the
go
code.
go ahead. We'll Mr. McGroin, we'll get you hooked up here in a second. And
So that was like how I became this person, right? You know, I figured out in the dirt, very difficultly, all by myself, how to talk to the camera.
Mhm.
And it was miserable. It was horrible. Oh my God, it was so bad. You can actually still go to my Instagram, which is linked on my channel, PudgeTV.com. And you can go to my
saw that.
Instagram and scroll down.
I saw that.
You can scroll down and you can actually still find all of those videos. I lasted until probably July, and then I just of that year. And then I just got so busy because I actually got work from those videos. I would post them on Instagram and on Facebook, and I got a lot of like media work. I have a social media business that I work with, you know, small brands and local brands mostly, to like teach them how to be on the internet and how it works. And so I actually got a lot of business from that, and then, you know, cut that off, and then got a job working for a company with Vayner Media. That's Gary Vaynerchuk's subsidiary company.
Mhm.
And I was working with some big brands on their social media campaigns. I was producing Bojangles ads. I was running their Twitter account, and so I'm doing all of this stuff. And then like I went through this year and a half of, I needed to figure out who I was. Before that, this is important. Before that, I got the job. Gary Vaynerchuk, and he's been a pivotal part. And if you don't know who he is, I highly, highly, highly recommend checking him out. Gary VEE on Twitter. And he changed the way that I perceived everything as far as like business and social media and things like that. And in 2020, he started a show called Tea with Gary V. And he would just bring people on and let them talk to him and ask him business advice. And so I weaseled my way into that show and to be a guest on that show. I was tagging and DMing, you know, all of the people associated with him to get.
Grinding. That's called grinding, friend.
That's called grinding. That's right.
Yeah.
My dad taught me a very important lesson, that if I want something, then I got to bug the people that can give it to me as much as I possibly can until they give it to me, just to make me shut up. And maybe that's what happened. But I got my shot, and I got my opportunity to talk to Gary, and I was so young. It's so funny. You can still look up this episode, and you can just see how starstruck I am. I'm like you guys remember when Grimm came on Mod Mondays and he was like, oh! Yeah, that was me talking to Gary V. It was just so funny. It's such a different individual than I am today. But the thing that stuck out to me in that conversation, I told him all of my dreams and aspirations, all of the things that I want to do with my creative career, with my business. As a creator, I told him all of these things, and I lay all of this out for him, and I'm looking for, you know, this goat, this you know, muse of entrepreneurship to give me some advice that's going to, you know, make me hundreds of millions of dollars in the next, you know, 10 to 15 years, and maybe even a few 100,000 in the next 3 to 5 years. So that was 5 years ago. And he hears my story, and he looks at me, and he's like, I think you're well on your way. And
Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for my TED talk.
Right? But like that was the answer I needed.
So
because that was so empowering and affirming for me. For the guy that I looked up, it was like your dad, right? Saying in a context, saying, yeah, you're doing a good job. Keep it up. Don't change anything.
Well, the thing that I like about that too is that you didn't go to him. You didn't expect it like next week. If I just sit down and talk to this guy, and then like next week I'm going to go ahead and be a millionaire. You had the fortitude
and I told
to be like,
him,
to have look down the road at 5, 10, 20 years.
Well, and I told him, I was like, look, Gary, I understand, because he's like ingrained it in me that if I have this dream today, if I come up with this dream today, then it's going to be 10 years in my head. This is how I look at it. It's going to be 10 years before my bank account ever sees it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I operate. And then he was like, absolutely. And you know what? In those 10 years, you'll be saying in 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think what he saw in me is what I see in a lot of you guys. And I think what you guys see in me too is I love this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love this so much. And it's because I love you guys. And this brings me to the whole point, answering the question, why Rumble? I've told this story, several times before in the past, but, it boils down to, I was following Crowder back before he was, specifically on Rumble, before he was really, really on Rumble. He was still on YouTube, so I was watching him on YouTube. And he came over to Rumble, and so I followed him. And because this is 2020, 2021, maybe 2019, and Parler had just gotten removed. So I've been feeling pretty patriotic for the last year and a half or so. And and really in the past 5 years or so, I've become even more patriotic than I ever have in my entire life.
Well, I think that if you really take a look at what's going on currently worldwide, you have to. I mean, you can go to any other country other than, of course, if you go to Europe, like London right now, or the UK.
Yeah.
And they are patriotic about their country. They got flags flying everywhere. They have a national identity. They have a national language. That's right. Just like we do. And there's nothing wrong with us being proud of being Americans. I mean, it's
absolutely,
it blows my mind.
It depends on who you ask, I guess. But
that's I know. Well,
different show and a different topic.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. But the thing is, like, I saw all of that happening. I was really interested in what they were saying, and I followed what I didn't know at the time was already the Rumble community, because I was in there with Crowder, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm in there, and the Rumble community is already in there. So they're being nice to me. They're being accepting to me in that chat. So I'm already attracted to that. I can be myself. I can be this guy and not have to worry about being judged or excluded or excommunicated, which was happening to me in real life too, with my friends. I was speaking the truth, not my truth, the truth about things that were going on, and I was being shunned by friends, by people I had been friends with for a long time. They were just like, I was being blocked on Facebook by friends that I had for 15 years. Yeah. And they were like, "Oh, I can't believe you," blah, 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 whatever. So I jump into the community. I'm jumping around different chats because I'm on Rumble now, watching Crowder. So I watch other things, and I come across a couple other gamers and things. Sophomore John was probably the first guy.
Great guy. Great guy. If you guys don't know who he is.
He's going to be on Mod Mondays next month, or this month. He's going to be on Mod Mondays this month because it's awesome. August. Very excited. I have been trying for like a year and a half to get this guy in the show. And he's just got a crazy schedule, but it's opening up, and I'm very excited to have him come on. But he's the reason. Sophomore John, I think Sophomore John is like the epitome of the reason I started creating on this platform. If it wasn't for him and the group of people that surrounded me those first few months when I was in here, it just wouldn't have gone. It just wouldn't have gone as well, I don't think. I have a lot of experience with being excluded and bullied and things like that. So there's a lot of trauma there. So I tend to react I tend to overreact when those things happen to me, and even if they don't happen actually, or if I feel like they happen, or there's a lot of shit going on up here.
Same here.
But
Yeah.
I have never ever once in any of the groups of people that I've been in on Rumble. There are plenty of groups that I've been in and around and commented on, chats I've been in where people don't necessarily like my candor or the way that I speak or the way that I stream. Plenty of that. There's plenty of people I guess that hate me.
Yeah, I will say this. Like, I remember the first couple of times that I was watching, you were playing the animal game. What is that game? What is it that you're playing?
Oh, Party Animals.
Yeah, and I had turned you way down because of how much you were yelling. And of course, my son was at home at the time too.
Loud.
And you're like, son of a blah 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 blah.
That was early. I've matured since then. I do try to hold back just a little bit more now, but it was all of that brought me here. It was so organic. I've never, unlike you guys, I have never been on Twitch. Like so I say that, but then I'm gonna get called out. But, oh yeah, you did Twitch for 3 months with your Xbox stream feed. Like, shut up.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I'm still a partner over there, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
Like I've never done this literally anywhere else. I don't even think I've ever even been on the website Kick before. I've never been on Odyssey or Pickle or Wizard or whatever the other ones are. Never been on any of them. I know about facts. I know about all of them, all the way back to Periscope. I know.
Yeah.
I'm familiar, but live stream is just never anything that I've done before. And the reason I even made the attempt at all was because my son wants to be a content creator, and now he's developed over the past couple of years into doing other stuff. He does editing now. For different channels. That's absolutely, he loves it. He's got a big Jinxie channel. He's got a big Queso channel. He's doing editing for Aegis and his production for esports here on the Rumble. He's doing amazing things. So, but back then, a couple years ago, he thought he wanted to be a live streamer, a YouTuber. For a long time, he wanted to be a YouTuber. A content creator on YouTube.
Ugh,
and
poor guy.
And because right, and that was kind of my thought process of, well, let's get him away from CommyTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that, and it was also, he wanted to make money, and it was enticing to me that you get monetized day one.
Yep.
You get 100% of your subs. You get 80% of your rants.
Which
as
is
long as it's not done through that app.
Which is a fair trade, honestly. I mean,
I think so.
When you go like to Twitch, for example, and you get gifted subs or somebody subs to your channel, depending upon, at the time anyway, depending upon if you were a partner or not, how good of a partner you were, they kept 50 to anywhere from like 35 to 50% of that. They took straight off the top. Okay.
That's so wild
now,
to me.
Maybe off of like bits and stuff like that. And, you had to do donations through like a third party. And so you always had problems with chargebacks and stuff like that. I like the fact that, people can come in like this chat right now. They can gift subs and just about 100%, like 98%. Cause I think there's a small fee with gifted subs.
Yeah, that's right. It's like 2 or 3%. It's like a credit card transaction fee.
Yeah, exactly. And so go ahead, Ray.
Well, I was going to say, like, I want to reconnect this conversation, this monetization on Rumble, like, because for some people, this will be the why Rumble, like the understanding of how monetization works. And I think that, like, this is some clarity that hopefully the three of us can give. And like, I'm interjecting myself, but I want to be clear, like, I'm not an ambassador. I don't speak for Rumble. Like, I'm a premium creator and very excited to be that. Like, super stoked to be here. But like, I think that there's this big misconception and all this upsetness that we're seeing this weekend from people that are saying like, well, if I want to be monetized, I have to be in the premium creator program. That's false.
You do not.
That is not true at all. That is a complete, like, that is one of the biggest things I'm seeing people say. Well, Rumble came in here and they dropped on us that we have to like start reading reads for companies that we don't believe in, and if we don't do that, we're not going to get paid. False, fake news. Like
from the creator program, you will not get paid from the creator program.
Correct.
which does not mean you're not a creator on the platform. It does not mean you're not a monetized creator on the platform. Like
Correct.
a majority of streamers that have without like getting brand deals, which, and we can talk about brand deals because it's a huge part of what you're going to do as a content creator. If you want to be a professional creator, you need to understand what the multiple revenue streams that you have as a creator are.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And
100%.
the backbone of streaming is built on donations. Like
Yep.
it, like that
The
is
community.
it. Like, yeah, the community supporting you and giving you those payments. So the why Rumble, it makes me laugh. You know what? Go to Twitch and have people sub to you and lose. Like they're going to give you a handshake and $1 for every 300 that you get. Like it makes no sense. So like
That's wild.
And they really don't care. They really don't care.
No.
They really
They
don't
really
care.
don't.
And like, you know why Twitch doesn't care? Respectfully, because they're dying.
Well, they don't have
is
to.
tired. Amazon is tired of losing money on this product that not in 1 year of its existence has broken even.
Ever.
It's never broken even. And that's why there's this great exodus of highly paid Twitch streamers that went to Kick, because Kick was like, hey, we got gambling money to give you because Twitch isn't paying you anymore. So all those things. But the reality of it is, like, you can be just as successful financially on Rumble, and you can be just as successful in regards to growth and content creation without being in this program. And I think that like that's got to be defined for people. Like people have seen the fact that like for Twitch, you've got to be like their partner to be monetized, or you've got to be what it's partners, the second tier, the first tier is affiliate. You've got to be affiliate to get your monetization turned on, and then it doesn't really necessarily work. But then when you become a partner,
it's so wild.
Actually,
I know.
So like people are looking at the Rumble Premium Creator Program as if it means partner. It's not. It's different. You're already a partner. Like
you're right.
You have
You're already
all those benefits on day one.
You don't need watch hours. You don't need anything.
Yep.
You need a piece of content. And
your phone number
and your phone number.
That's it
to verify.
Yeah, the very first piece of content I put on this website, the first stream that I did, I logged off the stream like of being no one. Like, I mean, it was a great night. We had a feature on night one, which was like a real blessing and like a real encouragement for a guy that's trying to figure out whether this is going to work or not. But like, I got off the stream, and like an hour later, it's like this stream was worth $2.25 or something. Like, it wasn't like a ton of money, but I remember thinking like nothing even happened. Like, no one donated me anything. Like, what are we talking about?
No,
I bet that was so confusing for you. Like, this doesn't happen on Twitch and Kick and YouTube. What did I do incorrectly?
I gotta get this X number of followers first. I get X number of watch hours, and then I have to apply, and then someone approves it, and then I'm allowed to receive money. So like, so it's where I get a little bit frustrated. And I think that like in my communication, I'm trying not to be frustrated. I really am trying to play devil's advocate. I'm not attempting to defend Rumble, but it's almost impossible to not defend Rumble in this situation outside of the communication piece of it. Like, I got no defense for that. But like,
I respect that. They're aware of that.
Yeah, but there's so many people that like that morality this and morality that. Great, let's talk about that. But like the monetization piece of it, nothing is being restricted from you except for to say these are the expectation of our premium creators, and these are what we want our premium creators to do. And if you want that to be a revenue stream here, it's open to you, but this is a requirement. If you don't want that revenue stream, you can still go make money on donations, on subs, on all of those sorts of things. And this is, and I'm gonna stop talking because I'm talking too much, but like you talked about the fact that like when you started your content creation career, you spent the first 7 months making videos, and those videos ended up being the thing that like got you job opportunities and making money, maybe not in a stream, but like those. I think that people are not understanding the opportunity that's being presented to them. I had a great conversation on Twitter last night with Ja, and Ja had seen your stream, and I came on from the road. I was driving to Disney with my daughter for her birthday, and he said, "Hey Ray, I thought you made some great points, but you know, when you were in television and when you were podcasting, were you chasing these advertisement sponsorships, or are they coming to you?" And I'm like, Ja, honestly, like both. Like, and then there's a third option that you're not even thinking about, where there would be literally agencies that are middlemen agencies that represent both sides and try to work the deal with both sides, and they would contact both sides and be like, "Hey, we'll write you copy," like, and then they take money off of like the deals that end up happening. Like, so there's a lot of ways that you can find all this kind of stuff. But he said, "Hey, great perspectives. Which scenarios do you think represents Rumble?" He ended up saying, like, "Have you ever done any of these reads for products that you never use?" I was like, literally 2 days ago, I read a product read on here just to test it.
Wait. We have somebody in chat, right? What's up, Damn Daniel? Just gonna take the moment because I got to make sure that I say hi to you every single time.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
to see
And
you.
tell him where his gun is.
Yeah.
I told Ja, I just did it the other day to test it. And then I'm trying to find like beyond like saying like, hey, because he asked like, how did you do it? And I was like, well, I literally looked at chat and I said, hey guys, like we're gonna test these ad reads, it's a brand new thing. Let's try this out, kind of a thing. And like you'll see a lot of guys that are on sports radio podcasts or YouTube, they're like, all right, guys, time to pay the bills, and then they'll do a read. You know what I mean? Like you
That's
can
right.
do it like semi cheeky. It doesn't have to be like this big stuffy thing.
Yeah.
But then I said to him, like, also, like, let's be clear when you're looking at ad reads, because people are saying that they're pennies and it's not worth their time and all these sorts of things. I said, here's where it's worth your time. Okay. The higher earning potential is absolutely going to be you negotiating with a brand yourself. Always. It's always the higher earning potential, because you've got a client that's willing to work with you for your content, and they're willing to pay a premium for that. And you get to have those conversations and negotiate those things. But if you've never done ad reads before, and now you have to do 5 of them a month, I can in 3 months go through the best of the ad reads that I've done and put them in my media kit to send to brands and to say, this is an example of what you're going to get from me in an advertisement read. Now the copy might not be your copy and I didn't write this copy, but here's my and then you can use that as leverage. So when you said, okay, when I started my career, I started making videos for another purpose than to make videos. It's the same thing in this. This Rumble opportunity for you guys as a premium creator is to put you in uncomfortable positions that you can take because that content is yours. Me reading an ad for Rumble video is still my content. And I can advertise myself with the good versions of those reads. And I can use that as leverage to bring in new clients and then do the reads that I want to do.
Yeah. And I want to show this too as well. Because I mean, that's one of the things that I did, you know, of course, that's kind of the elephant in the room, like you said earlier when we started the whole thing with the ad stuff. I mean, how many people I saw going on X and complaining, well, I'm not going to read for a company I don't care about, the premium I know about. Okay. I totally get that. And I want to show you guys this because, you know, I posted a picture of it on X, but I think it's important to kind of go over whenever you're looking at the ad reads here. Let me make sure that I got it on the right screen here as we go off. So basically you're going to have your Rumble Studio is going to look like this. Of course, this is mine right now because we're live. And yes, they don't pay a whole lot, but you know what? It helps Rumble and it helps gives us a home to create content. Number one. Number two, when you guys do this and you show the companies that you can be professional and you can read these ads and help them basically get discovered by other people, it makes them want to invest more money, it brings other advertisers. And so then you get to have more advertisers to choose from. You know, people complaining about, well, there's all this stuff with the healthcare. Well, great. There's also Rumble Premium too, as well. And I know right now, I'm pretty sure they're probably working on it. I hope, because I did talk to them and I said, hey, you know, if you want to have all these people do these ad reads, then we got to make sure that, you know, there has to be something like Rumble Premium. They can read the ad for Rumble Premium.
Yeah.
That's the lifeblood of the platform.
And Rick posted yesterday, I believe, that there is an update coming to this interface, that at the bottom of that scroll, that there's going to be a little button that says view more.
Yes.
But so that's going to be coming to kind of help load some more ads for you guys. I do know I've heard a lot of this, that people are saying, oh, I'm not seeing the Rumble Premium ad in my ad reads. They're working on this, and this is why we're doing streams like this. It's why we do streams like I did yesterday. It's why Lumpy did the Twitter space yesterday.
He did a great job with that too. He did a great job.
They can get feedback from you guys, the community who's actually using this product, to make it as easy as possible for us to do these things, and so that we can filter out the ads in such a way that we are reading ads for brands and products that we do use and support.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's also, like I said, like you're looking at those numbers, it's like 22 cents for an ad read, and people are thinking, well, that's not worth I've seen it. Like, oh, and like respect.
Yeah, me too.
Like respect to everyone's opinion. Like, I think you're great to have your opinion, but like, I really want to encourage people to look at the bigger picture here.
Yep.
When you go land a client that's a client that you want to work with, and they're going to pay you $1,500 a month to do 3 ad reads, and like legitimately, like that's a going rate for something like that. Like I was getting paid $2,000 a month for nothing more than 240 by 240 square advertisement on the side of my webpage. Like that's how this
talking
stuff
about
worked.
like Cream, right?
Yeah.
Right. Cream.
No, it was actually a car dealership in DC that was a big fan of like working with the team. And so like we put their ads up on the website and they paid us $2,000 a month. Like, and like the point they're making is you have to start getting this stuff out and
Yep.
owning your content. That 22-cent ad one day might be worth $1,500, $2,000 a month to you. And like, that's the point that you have to look at. The only critique that I may have, and again, like it's hard for me. I'm on both sides of the fence on this one, Pudge.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot of people that say like, well, I'm never going to get to read an ad because I never average 10 viewers. And then, so here's two things here. Thing number one, why aren't you getting 10 viewers? Like,
great question to ask yourself.
Then there's a lot of different things you can do to try to put, get that up.
You got to ask yourself that question. And again, respectfully. And it's not because Rumble's holding you down, because I promise you, I've felt this in the first almost 2 months I've been here. Rumble needs you to succeed. Rumble wants you to succeed. Like Rumble is hungry for you to come in and have chats of 300 and 400 and 500 people so they can go and push that to their advertisers, and then the whole thing grows. So it's not Rumble that's suppressing you. And I see a lot of you guys complaining about that on Twitter and says, well, Rumble doesn't feature me. Okay, guys, we got to start asking the whys.
Yeah. And that's
why are the reasons that I can't get featured? Why are the reasons I don't have 10? And like, again, respectfully, and some others have said it a little bit not as nice as this, and I'm trying to say it nicely, but it does always come to the point of, if you can't meet the minimums, then maybe you should focus on being monetized the other ways on the channel.
Yeah, and I think
Like,
there's a super easy way to solve getting 10 people in your chat pretty regularly, and it is simply going into other people's chats.
Yep.
Yeah.
It really is that easy, guys. And you're not going to become Dr. Disrespect and have thousands of people in your chat because you went into other people's chats. And it's totally okay. Exactly, Gore. Networking.
Yeah.
You have to care about other people.
You have to
not just expect them to come into your stream because you're streaming.
Yep.
Pudge, what
It's
word
really
is right
marketing.
in the middle of networking? In the middle of networking, there's a word. I'm looking right at it. What
Work.
is it?
Yeah, I don't like that word though,
Work.
guys. I don't like that word.
Yeah.
Tough shit. Get out of the creator program.
Yeah,
I hate to be that cold, guys, but even Chris tweeted it and said it yesterday.
Yeah.
That it's not a charity program.
Yeah.
It is a job.
Yep.
It is you are essentially employed.
Yep.
And I'm all about listening, and I'm all about being empathetic, and I'm all about listening, hearing people speak on things. But at the end of the day, it's almost boiling down to entitlement.
Yeah.
Where and I think it's really, really important, because people will say, well, Pudge is unempathetic because I don't do this to get rich. Okay, that's fine.
Then it shouldn't matter that you leave the creator program. Yeah, then it doesn't matter. Like, that's my whole point.
It's okay, and I'm not saying that like, well, get the fuck out. I'm not like this guy out here is like, get the fuck out so I can make more money. Your shit sucks anyway. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you
have two options.
I know.
You sounded like somebody I heard this week.
Rants.
Oh yeah, I know that one guy. I know who you're talking about.
Oh
my gosh.
That was a really great impression.
Those were so good. Those are so good.
But and that's the whole thing. Like I was trying to get that across to everybody yesterday. It's like, look, everybody take a deep breath. It's okay.
Yeah.
There are ads for Rumble Premium. You believe in Rumble, right? You're on Rumble. Do the Rumble ad reads. That's all you have to do.
And I understand everybody saying, well, I pay for a premium and people pay for a premium so that they don't get ads. Okay, so don't do it during your Rumble Premium sections of your stream. Ever. Well, I wouldn't either. That doesn't make any sense. You're purposefully not supposed to be getting ads during that. I'd be pissed if I saw an ad during the Rumble Premium stream. So it's all about.
Hold on. You're telling me that tomorrow, to literally any creator on Rumble, that Elgato reaches out to them, and Elgato says, Pudge, I love your freaking content. We're going to send you all this equipment, and we're going to pay you $800 a month. And in the $800 a month, all that we need for you to do is to once every stream read this 30-second hit. That's not 5 hits. That's 30 to 32 hits a month. You're telling me that all of a sudden you're on the moral high ground going, well, I already have people that are subbing and I already have people that are. No, it's not. Like, you would jump so hard on that Elgato read. Like, you would jump on it like a homeless guy on a hot dog, dude. Like let's be like,
because I understand the
completely real.
opportunity and I understand my position and I understand what's being presented. So
Mhm.
so with these things, and I think I said this yesterday too on the stream, that you know, these ads, the brands are paying attention to
Yeah.
your ad read. So aim controllers, the outdoor place, there's gaming chairs. There are brands on here that were not on here a year ago. I was reading ads in the Rumble studio. They call it Canvas now, is what they've renamed the old studio room to. Look at that. Aim
Shameless
controllers.
plug. That's right. Shameless plug.
That's right, dude. That's so good.
It's such a nice control. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So they're paying attention and they're seeing you either totally half-ass or completely go full throttle
and doing
into the ad. And do you think, regardless of your quality, how high quality your camera is, your lights, regardless of all that, do you think that they're going to choose the person that's just like, yeah, there's this thing and there's blah, 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 blah. Or do you think they're going to choose somebody that's emphatic and looks at the camera and has energy and actually looks like and sounds like they care about the product, whether you do or not?
Yep.
It's opportunity. And most of all, and this is why I told the story about like my journey of making videos every day. It was so bad, but it taught me valuable skills. And it's okay if you're bad at it, because it's teaching you valuable skills. It's teaching you how to speak. It's teaching you how to present. It's even teaching you how to create differently. And that as
on camera,
I think that's really important as a creator to always be expanding your skills.
Yep.
Yeah.
As creators, especially as streamers, I think that it is even more imperative for us to be, Amish said this on the show last night, jacks of all trades and masters of none.
Yeah.
Because if you're not 30% on most of the things, then nothing's going to work. If you're 100% good at, making a thumbnail, but you suck at OBS,
yeah,
or whatever, you don't understand how all this other shit works, then it's not going to go well for you. But if you're 30 and 15 and 20 and 18 and this and that and this and that, then you can have a basic understanding of most of what's going on around you. My mom always used to say that I don't know a lot about a few things, but I know a little about a lot of things.
Yes.
Yep.
And that'll actually bring you a lot of opportunity in your life, because at the very least, you don't look like a complete clueless idiot.
Yeah. And there's and I know that like Dashboard, he was saying that he would love to have Phoenix Ammunition on Rumble as an advertiser. And I encourage him in chat, and that goes for anybody that's watching it right now. One of the reasons why I leave the chat, and the overlay, I like it on there. Go approach a brand. If there's a brand you want to work with, bring him to Rumble. Introduce him to Rumble. Like an ammunition brand, they would do very well on Rumble. 100%.
Yeah.
Do we know and have information on what that process would look like for the brand?
Yes. Because I've done it.
So what's that look like to onboard as a brand?
Well, you
to
basically
become an advertiser.
You basically go to the Rack Center, advertising on Rumble. You create an account, you reach out and you talk to them. They'll sit down and they'll do a one-on-one with you, talking about your business, what your needs are. And then they'll let you know this is how you can basically structure your ads. We can do these kind of ads, and they'll walk you through the process of how to get it set up. And then of course, you can set a budget, and that's how it goes. For sometimes like there are certain brands that only want to work with certain kind of streamers. That's why some stuff is in maybe Pudge's that's not in mine, and vice versa.
That's right.
Or in Lumpy's or whatever. It doesn't matter. I think that's why it's so important, like with what Ray is saying, take every opportunity as that golden opportunity. Do your best, be professional, go out there, do the read, all that stuff. What they're asking us to do as partners is not out of the realm of it's not craziness. It's not any of those things that I've seen so many people blowing up out of proportion about. on socials. You know, you can still be monetized, and we're not taking your children. None of that's happening.
Yeah.
Yet.
You know, yeah, we're working
not
on
yet. Well, look, I want to reinforce what Pudge just said. Pudge just said that these brands are paying attention.
Yes,
Okay?
they are.
Yep.
And I saw this today. Pickaxe posted and pinned on their Twitter account. We started running ads through Rumble Video's live read feature. That's
Yep.
right. Real humans talking to real audiences, not just paying a big tech company to silently run an ad that no one sees while they pocket the cash. And then they like built a thread on Twitter. Here, that's their post. That's not why I'm reinforcing you. Here's how I'm reinforcing you. Me as a Rumble Premium creator, I responded to that tweet with nothing more than the like looking side eye eyeball emojis. That's it. And I got DM'd and followed and all the things by the company instantly, like within 5 minutes. You know why? Because they know the people that are doing this stuff on Rumble and they're watching you. Like, you guys, you have opportunities to branch out. Rumble can't hand you every financial piece of this. You've got to take your content and you've got to go find these companies and you've got to go network and you've got to go build the relationships. And like, I'll say it this way, like, you guys follow me on Twitter, my DMs are open. Like, people are sometimes afraid to talk to companies. I've never been afraid to talk to anybody a day in my life. And I'm not telling you like I'm the whisperer, but I promise you in the last 30 days, I've got a surprising amount of companies that have approached me that I'm not working with, or some that are in the works or whatever it is. You have got to find a way to flex the muscles and find what's valuable about you and the commodity that you are. Like, you got to come to peace with the fact that you're a commodity to these companies. Like, you are a way to get their stuff sold. Okay.
Yes.
That's cool. So if they want to work with you, then they value you.
Yep.
Understand your value, understand what's valuable, understand what's not. We had a great conversation on a stream of mine. It was me and Madhouse. I think Tex, you were in there for part of it. We were playing Off the Grid the other night. And we were talking about the fact that I got approached, and I've signed NDA, so I can actually talk about this. I know Kenny can't talk about, but I got approached by a retailer and EA Sports to do a Madden launch day stream. And I'm doing this, like, I'm doing a sponsored thing for Madden and for Ant Online, and I'm going to be live on Ant Online's platforms and doing all this stuff. And they said,
raid from Galactic
number
Gaming
one,
then.
oh, with the raid, thanks.
Thank you very much.
They said, number one, your audio and video quality are excellent. And they said, but number two, you are one of the few truly family-friendly creators that we could find. And for me, that's my brand. Like, I'm not judging anyone that gets on that's screaming and yelling, cussing. That's just not me. I'll scream and yell, but like, you're not going to hear me dropping F-bombs. You're not going to hear all that kind of stuff. And we had a unbelievably healthy conversation with several content creators in the chat that were saying, like, like Madhouse. Madhouse is a 420 friendly gamer. And he said in the chat, like, that's more important to me than any money that I'd ever earn. And that's great for him to understand that. But the question I asked was, is that an all-encompassing question when you're working with brands? Are you willing to say that I'm never going to be monetized because being pro 420 gaming is more important to me than like being seen as a business asset? And whether I agree or disagree with that take, like, those are decisions that you have to make as creators.
That's right.
Am I marketable and valuable to these companies, whether I agree with 100% of it or whether I don't? And I'm not telling you to go promote something you don't believe in. That's not what I'm saying.
Correct.
I'm saying to understand where the value is and to look at yourself as a creator and to draw those lines. Because a lot of you guys that say that lines are being crossed, you've never drawn them.
Yep.
They don't exist.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And also I wanted just to do a special shout out to Galactic Gaming Dan, also AKA known as a Red. Dude, thank you very much for the raid, bro. I appreciate that. And also I got to do one thing because Gore gifted 1 sub, so we have to give him his spins on the wheel. You ready for this, Gore? If you get this, okay, and it matches 3, then of course you can get whatever overlay package you want from nerderdie.com, courtesy of me.
Oh, look,
Black Fox is getting it too as well. He's getting it on 2. Thank you for gifting the 1 sub, dude. I appreciate that. So here we go.
Subs gifted by
You get
Black
3.
Fox 87 for 1 gift.
Okay, so you got the goat and you got wrecked, dude. That's bad. Okay, number 2.
Damn, that's tough.
Who's this?
This is for Gore. He gets 3 spins and then
raided.
Black Fox
He gets 3 spins for a raid.
New
He gets 1 for a
subscriber
raid.
detected.
1 raid
Damn
for
dog.
him. Okay.
Yes. Damn, Daniel, thank you for the welcome to being a sub.
you
I'm
go.
glad to have you here again, Daniel. Okay, last one, Gore. Come on, man. You can do it, dude.
I'm gonna be pissed if he gets it.
There.
No.
Almost,
So
almost.
close.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you for that. Yeah, we have that right here. Hold on a second. Thank you for playing. Thank you for playing the
There it
Slot
is.
Machine. Okay, so here we go. Black Fox, you're up next. Here we go.
Ooh, Black Fox.
Let's go. Let's see who gets it. You get 3 spins. Almost, and you got the goat.
Oh.
The goat.
Nope.
That's tough.
Yeah, I know. So it's totally not rigged. People can win. Here we go again. Hearts. And you love Rumble, but you're a loser. Sorry about that.
Oh,
Here we go. No, I'm just kidding.
Last one for Foxy.
Here we go. Last one for Fox. Let's see what happens. And so
That's
close.
so brutal.
He's got to get
That's
something
the
for that,
absolute
right? Come
worst.
on, like a handshake or a foot pick or something.
Yeah,
Text
Pudge.
like
Hey, do me a favor. Black Fox and Gore, DM Pudge, and he'll send you some feet pics. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Consolation
I'll make them
prize.
PNGs so that you can put them on your stream.
Tex, I keep yapping, but I want to hear your opinion on some of this stuff, man. These conversations are strong, and I think that again, like
I do when that when
I
the
want to
guests
encourage these
are
guys.
talking stuff. I mean, for me, the whole thing about advertising, Rumble needs to pay its bills 100%. And if we believe in Rumble as the platform that we believe that it is going to be, and that it is, which is a free speech platform, we got to do what is necessary and required of us as partners with them to try to help promote the brand and the platform. If that means that I have to read 5 ads, I'll read 5 ads. Now, granted, some people will be out there and they'll be like, well, I don't know anything about the product. Well, then go and read up about them. You got access to it in your rack right now. So you can go in here and be like, okay, well, who the heck is, as everybody's been talking about it, the blockbusterhealth.com people, who are they? Are they good? Are they a good brand? Or are they not a good brand? Go look it up.
Do some research.
Exactly.
Go learn. I've been seeing the same thing. These people, like, I'm not going to promote a brand I know nothing about.
Exactly. Go
Google?
look it up. Yeah, go look it up. That's what you gotta do. And then pick and choose which ones you want to do. Look, and you only have to do 5 out of a month. 5. That's it. I mean, it's easy peasy.
And just to be clear, little hack for everybody. I might get in trouble for this, but the ads there's and they might change this because I said it, but it doesn't say anywhere in that requirement that those ads have to be accepted.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
You could do it, and now maybe it won't register if it didn't get accepted, but we'll see. Just stop overthinking it so much, guys. It's so not as much pressure as you guys are putting on yourselves. I promise you, it's not as much pressure.
Yeah, and so
let me ask both of you guys. Actually, I got one question. So Joe Lyles Jr., who's a Rumble creator, I think he's actually live right now, asked me this question on Twitter earlier today, and I got kind of involved. And I told him I can't speak for the company, but this is what I think. Some people on social media have been complaining that they've got like performance anxiety, which I'm like, well, how are you a streamer? That makes no sense to me. But
that's
whatever.
A great point of confusion. But
but there we go. But the communication is like, I'm a gamer and I will go live in game, but like I'm not an ad person, so I don't know how I get anxiety about reading a professional thing in front of people. Whatever. Like, sure. I think that's just because you've never done it and like you got to learn how to do it. So like maybe you could practice offline, like whatever. I don't know. Like that's just all those different things. But some people are asking if you can pre-record the reads and punch them in. And I said, okay, technically speaking, the way that I understand this is you have to have your scene built so that whatever the source under your scene is, when the ad is being read, the overlay or the widget pops in the QR code.
Here's my QR code layer has to be on the top of the scene.
If I were to pre-record, which here's the problem is I don't know that you could pre-record it because you have to activate it live. So you'd have to you could maybe pre-record the Rumble one.
Good to see Hernandez.
Or pre-record or record one time and bookmark it. But is that a real thing? Is that a possibility? Are you guys aware that you can or can't pre-record these things to make sure they're right?
Right now, it's being asked so we can get clarification. I'm just going to throw that out there.
There's no answer on it yet.
But there is other creators on the platform, Real Tomby, and I don't know if he's in chat right now or not, but he does that on his channel. He actually has one for $17.75 coffee. He actually went, and it's really amazing what he did. So what he did is he went to the AI, and he had all these different videos created.
Yes.
Okay.
That was so good. And then you use a voice mod.
And then he used a voice mod to basically voice over. So whenever he goes to do a read for 1775 coffee, he switches to his OBS scene and that video plays and it reads the exact script that's in the ad. And he's been paid
and
for
just
it.
to be
And
clear,
it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yes. And so there's no explicit statement that says this is from Rumble. There's no explicit statement that says you have to be live in front of the camera, on camera, to do these reads. Okay. But you guys have to be really, really careful because again, the brands are paying attention and you might not get accepted if you are not on camera. You know, I know Amish had some issues because he's VTuber. Oh, hi, Mark. Same thing. Some of the VTubers were having issues. Just play with it a little, guys. That one from that Tommy did, I think it was phenomenal, but it might not work because the brands are looking for genuine, authentic, seamless integration with it. And maybe because there's ads in here, maybe even in your ad reads right now, Vapid, that some of them in the instructions, they explicitly will say either stick exactly to the script or this is how you can do it. You have creative freedom. Some of them will put that in the descriptions of the ads. So make sure you pay attention to that. But no, to answer that question, there's no explicit statement saying that you must be on screen live doing these reads. So I think that it is encouraging to everybody to be able to go out and pre-record some of these. You can, as long as they're not like changing up the script a million times.
Yeah, because I'm looking
at pre-record your script.
Yeah, because I'm saying right now, please follow the exact script. Please stick directly to the script. Please do not change the script.
Yeah.
There was another
some
one
of them
I read too that it was like, when you do it, try to emphasize this, try to sound it like this, not like this.
Yeah.
And it's, and it's something that all of us have to work on to get really comfortable to doing it. I mean, I was never comfortable doing it when I first started doing internet, and I was doing internet radio. I wasn't even on camera.
Yeah. And no one is even looking at you. You just, you can make whatever face you want. You can be in your underwear. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was many times, but don't tell anybody.
All right, so we've been talking tonight about why Rumble. That's been like the whole kind of baseline of the show. The first two things that we've hit is community. Number one has been a huge attraction to a lot of people. And then two, we clarified that monetization is immediate and monetization is not dependent on the creator program or not. You still have the same earning potential and honestly more of an earning potential than any other platform that's out there. It's better than YouTube. It's better than any other places because you're keeping all of your subs. That's your money. And on day one, you're treated here the way that you're treated on day 600 on some of these other platforms. Those are the two that we've hit so far. Like, what's the third one? Tex, you didn't give one yet. I said community. Pudge kind of turned into money. Like, where are you at, Tex? Like, what would be a third reason?
Why Rumble? 100%. I'll tell you right now, because you can be who you want to be. That's the most important thing. You can be your authentic self on Rumble. Even that guy who came out and talked smack on JT, thank God that, and he tried to come out to try to cover his butt, by the way, but
I've seen that.
No, he tried. He tried. I saw the original video. There's but anyway.
And then he deleted his account.
Yeah, well, he was being his authentic self. He's an authentic ass. So there's that. Okay.
Yeah.
At least he knows it and he's okay with it.
I know, but see, you can still be who you want to be on Rumble. He can still come on Rumble. He can still do his stuff that he wants to do. And there's nothing stopping you or anybody else from doing that. And the good thing is that if you don't, like somebody or you don't appreciate the way they do things, just block them and move on with your life, everybody.
Yeah.
That's the way it used to be. You just ignore them and move on. Okay. Well, I don't really like you, so bye. I'm going to mute you, whatever.
It's so easy to do on the internet.
I know that, but everybody complains.
It's y'all fucking complaining. Like y'all don't know. Like y'all must not know. Y'all must not have been bullied in high school.
Yeah,
where
I was,
you go into so you get this. You go into a locker room. It's basketball practice. It's football practice. You walk into the locker room to change into your clothes. You can't get away from the people that don't like you, and they just beat you up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's life that people live.
Yep.
It in real life. It's the internet. Block them, shut up, and move on.
Move on. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but fuck. Sorry.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
And that's the whole thing. So for me, it's all about being able to be your authentic self. Say what you want to say, believe what you want to believe, and build a community around it if that's what you want to do, you know?
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, there really is a lot of freedom here. And I think, again, like that's the thing for me that's like, it was really encouraging to me. It's so funny. Like I get all these questions like, where did you come from? Like it's so crazy. Cosmic Van Denim just told me on stream the other night. He was like, I thought that you were like some big dude from another channel that brought a bunch of people here. I'm like, no, dude, I'm not anybody. Like there is no following for me yet, and I'm building it here. And I think that's the great thing. And you're able to do it in whatever way. I think that the worst advice I've ever heard anyone give anybody was from that guy that we were just talking about a couple days ago, who said that you're better off to be a villain because more people watch your show if you're hated. It's better to be infamous than it is to be famous. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But like, you can try it here.
Yep.
We'll let you try it.
Yep.
Go do your thing.
Yep.
I don't know. That's
exactly. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up because normally we want to keep these things about an hour. And really, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, for coming and hanging out, for the gifted subs and stuff. Oh, I do need to
so good, man. Thank you for doing this,
dude. I'm glad to have you on my show for once. You've had me on your show a couple of times, so at least I can sit.
Could it happen again?
Yes, yeah, very soon because we've got some new stuff. I'll let you guys know with the bot. Well, we've got a new version coming out where you don't have to. I don't know, Ray, if you've got yours set up yet or not, but you just start the bot.
you're supposed to tell me. You're supposed to set it up with me.
That's right.
Because I can't access it myself. Remember?
That's what I thought. I gave it to you. It's my bad. So anyway, but you just start the bot and you just go. So you no longer have to press start or stop or anything like that. So that'll be coming really soon as well. If you guys have not checked out music.rumbot.org too as well, we've got a whole bunch of music there that you guys can use. It's all copyright free. There's an overlay that you can get through your user settings, which you can put on your stream if you want to. And you can show everybody what you're listening to. And also we have one more spin on the slot machine for Mr. Red. Since he rated the thing. So everybody, you guys gotta hype him up here.
I just want to see a winner.
Dude,
somebody win.
There'll be a winner.
It's going to be Galaxy.
There we go. Cindy, we got it.
Bang.
Oh.
Well, you got
so close.
Yeah, so close. But thank you guys seriously for all the support tonight too. We want to basically go and raid somebody else. So who do we have on, and who would you guys like to go raid?
I don't know. Let's look. And while we're looking for the raid, Pudge and Text.
Yes, sir.
We are less than 1 week away from the early access to Battlefield 6's beta, and I expect.
How excited are you about that?
Dude, you have no idea. Like
I can see you like just
no idea. Like, oh my god, dude, that 2042 was such a disappointment after 10 years of waiting for another like modern.
Yeah, I heard lots of.
And now to see, dude, like I don't care. Everyone's like, don't pre-order. You like put it in my veins right now. I'm watching every piece of Battlefield content that I can because I have been waiting for years.
That's
Black
right.
Fox is in here. He's already in the platoon because we don't call them squads in Battlefield. We call them platoons. Like I cannot wait to get everybody in.
That's exciting.
This is my formal invite to say next weekend. Clear your calendars, boys and girls. Because we got 4 straight days of Battlefield 6, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I did.
Huge fan.
I got it early. I pre-ordered. I didn't get in early there yet, though.
How do you get early access? Do they just choose you, or is there an application?
So the early access is 7th and the 8th, and then it's also available on the 9th and the 10th. So the Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday. And then
you had to pre-order.
Well, no. So if you signed up, I signed up for labs to test it, and I got invited to test like 3 times, and I had to fill out all the paperwork, and they never selected me. So I just got an email 2 days ago that was like, "Hey, dude, sorry we haven't selected you yet. We're giving you early access to make up for it." So they gave me 2 days of early access. So I'll be on the 7th and 8th and 9th, 10th, and then there's like a 2-day break, and then it starts back up on the 14th, I think. I can't remember.
Dude, that's awesome.
So either way, there's tons of opportunity.
For sure.
Okay, yeah.
Rance is on right now if you want to rate him.
Yeah, we were gonna do Deaf Gamer Girl.
Oh, I love her so much. Speaking of her, look, I'm about to not be PC, guys.
Okay, do it, dude. You're on Rumble. You're okay.
So she came out, and when I first posted the screenshot of the dashboard with the new requirement, and people went nuts, just complaining and screaming about it and everything. She, of all people, comes out and says, I do these on my stream almost every time, no problem. I'm
That's
sorry,
amazing.
guys. I'm sorry, guys.
She's deaf, dude.
Yep.
If
Like, I
If-
just
guys, please take this the best way possible. If the deaf girl gamer, she's deaf, guys. If she's doing these ads, no problem. There's no excuse for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear anything about I'm uncomfortable or it's not going to sound right or I feel ridiculous or anything like that. If she's doing it and some of these other people that aren't awesome at it, they're I'm not saying she's not because I haven't seen her do it, but other people that aren't awesome at it, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
No excuses. Sorry, I just
we
had to
all get
that
better
out.
as we go.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Practice makes perfect.
And that's awesome to the fact that she's actually doing that. You know what I mean? That she's
Yeah.
taking the time
Yeah,
to be
she's
like,
already been doing
she's
them.
trying it. So, dude, if she
Yeah.
can do it, if Deaf Gamer Girl can do it, everybody, you can do it too as well.
To quote my son who just watched Happy Gilmore 2, you can do it.
Yeah, did he like it?
Again.
He
Don't spoil it. I haven't watched it
loved
yet.
it.
Okay. So hopefully it's going to
No
be good.
spoilers. Not a great movie, but it's incredible.
Okay.
Like structurally, it's not a great movie.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
for
I
a
can
Happy
understand
Gilmore
that.
movie, there's so much of it that I loved. And I sat down next to my 12-year-old son, and he was in tears laughing. And I watched my son laugh over something that I laughed at when I was 12 years old. And
Bro, that's
that was good enough for me.
fantastic.
That's
That's
awesome.
enough.
All right, well,
Right
dude,
fucking there.
seriously, Pudge, thank you very much for joining. Tell everybody where they can find you, please, if they don't know.
Guys,
who you
you can find me right here on Rumble. Look, just Google PudgeTV. You can find me.
You'll find it.
PudgeTV.com. That's where my merch is. You can find my channel there. Just Google PudgeTV. I'm like the only thing that pops up. And right here on on Rumble, we do gaming, we do podcasts, we do all of it, guys.
All right, and don't forget, you guys, please do me a favor. Go and follow my co-host Ray. Link is all down in the description. Link to Pudge TV as well. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Thank you for the raids, the donos, and the subs tonight, and everything. We appreciate it. We're gonna go over and see Deaf Gamer Girl right now.
Let's do it.
So don't opt out, everybody. She's rated me a couple of times, so I'm glad that I get to rate her with the fat raid.
I love it.
So I appreciate it. So you guys take care of yourselves, be good to each other, and we'll see you guys again next time. All right, bye everybody.
Later, guys.
Later.